And the piece before that, the Radiohead arrangement, was by the conductor, Joe Leo. At this time of this semester, I'd like to introduce the Loya Scholarship, which is given to a percussionist every year. And I think this year's winner, if we could figure out a way to plug into him or bottle whatever he has, I think the whole level of musicianship and practice habits in UMass Lowell will be increased like 1,000%. He has a special gift for concentrating and focusing and really doing amazing things musically. Back in the fall of 2009, specifically Thursday, October 8th at 1 o'clock, there was a most amazing recital hour, I think, given by two percussionists. And after that recital hour, later that day, a young freshman who was a little bit down, he was having trouble with his first semester at Lowell, and he saw that recital hour, and he went up to one of the performers and he said, "You changed my life." And since then, since nobody really knew each other's names at that point, we called him "You Changed My Life" guy. And until we learned his name. But I won't tell you his name, except I'll give you a hint, he has long red hair. Anyways, as an educator, when you have a situation like that where an older student is strongly influencing a younger one, that's the best setup you can possibly have. And actually, throughout the percussion department, we have a situation like that. Without realizing it, this year's scholarship winner has set a standard and work ethic that benefits all of us, and a feeling that nothing is musically impossible. I think of, for example, his Afuche solo. If anybody went to the percussion ensemble concert last semester, this amazing Afuche solo was a great example of how you can turn the simplest percussion instrument into a musical instrument. It's very subtle. He does not try to be a leader, unless he's asked to. He just continually does his own thing, always to the next higher level. I'm sure he can tell you right now, after doing that amazing marimba piece, what his next marimba solo is, and I'm sure it's that much harder than the last one he just did. He's not always positive, I have to say. There have been many times where I hear, "Oh, Jeff, no, I really don't want to be a timpanist," or one time he told Fred Buda, "A swing is really not my thing." And, you know, he gets over those moments really quickly, and I tease him about it too. But I just am very proud and happy to introduce this year's Loya Scholarship winner. I hope he's here listening, Derek Hayden. I guess he's hiding somewhere, but at the end we'll get a nice picture with Derek. Let me go on to say, earlier in the program, assuming some of you don't have programs, the trash can piece with the cans set up right over here at the beginning of the program was written many years ago. It seems like ancient history, but it was in 1995. And a young student named Brian McGonigal wrote that piece when he was a student here, and it's called Rockfest for Four, and he actually wrote several pieces of the percussion ensemble performed, and later went on to be a music educator in the Methuen school system. And a number of years after that, in my intro to percussion class, I had a young student who studied with Brian McGonigal in Methuen and became a composer, and his name's Alex Weinhold, and we performed a piece that he wrote for us. It was a massive piece called Chair Concerto for 4 chairs and a huge percussion ensemble. And then the years after that, I started getting percussion students from Methuen. And somewhere in there, after the second student arrived at Lowell, Brian emailed me and said, "Can I write a new piece for you?" which we're about to perform. And So next year, I'll actually have 4 different students at 4 grade levels. The first one is Travis, and then Savannah was the second, and Danny Dugan, and their friend Sarah is going to come here next year. So I'll have 4 students, which makes me feel really great. It was funny. Yeah, you can clap, don't you? Brian's not here tonight, so I can talk about him a little bit. When Brian came to one of our rehearsals, I commented, having not seen him in a good number of years, that he still has a full head of hair. I mean, you're supposed to start losing your hair a little bit, as you leave school and get out of school. And Savannah quickly commented that he's got a lot of gray hairs, and she said, some of them were caused by me. Which gives me a little bit of concern because I've been noticing a few purple hairs. Look at a fish. So now we'd like to perform Brian McDonald's world premiere, Dream Chaser.